People say they are waiting patiently to toast and have a drink in the city of Charlotte for a social district. But since Governor Roy Cooper signed that law back in 2021, some say it feels like the idea has fallen flat.
Well, Charlotte City Council members have been discussing this for the past half hour at the Government Center in Uptown, and that's where we find Queen City News anchor Will Lewis.
And Will, was there any movement here by council on the issue at the meeting tonight?
Well, Brian and Alicia, I wish I could tell you there was some movement. Council members haven't voted on the issue. In fact, they haven't even started talking about this issue. District 1 Representative Dante Anderson did ask a member of the Mecklenburg County ABC Board about enforcement because she is worried about that. And she said that the council is close to approving a social district, but those waiting for that social district approval say when it finally happens, they'll be ready to go. A fall afternoon and people are having a drink at Common Market in Plaza Midwood, but customers are still confined to the property of the business because there hasn't been approval by the Charlotte City Council to designate part of the area as a social district.
It's like the evolution. It's going to happen at some point.
So if owners have faith it will happen, the question is when. The issue has been talked about since 2021 when Governor Roy Cooper signed it into law. A City of Charlotte spokesperson says there have been 8 pre-applications filed by different businesses and neighborhood associations, and 1 full application completed by the Plaza Midwood Merchants Association. Merchants say they've heard about possible issues, like if a person wants a to-go container.
Having that freedom of, everybody has the same cup and, I'll take it with me, or I think it's great and unique.
2, the size of the district. People living in the neighborhood say it would be great to take their beverage and stroll around.
I think there's probably a lot of red tape, a lot of people involved with the decision-making process. And so I think anytime you have a multi-level decision that's being made for a population as big as Charlotte, it will take some time.
It still leaves some business owners and patrons wondering how much more red tape there is. Blake Barnes says his business has had a social district license in Monroe, Union County for almost 2 years.
It's honestly, there's no big issues. It's really, but they're smaller. And it's just when they have like a cruise in downtown or an art show or something like that. And people just walk around, relax. But that was the one thing I realized. I have to have someone standing there saying, you cannot bring that drink in, because that's where it gets confusing. And Barnes says the other reason why it gets confusing is because every business down there in Union County has to buy their own to-go cups. So it does get a little confusing about who is coming in that social district. But Charlotte City Council wants to have 1 cup for each social district. At least that's an issue that has been thrown out there. But like we say, this conversation hasn't even started yet. But when it does, we will make sure we'll bring you the latest updates on QCnews.com and right here on Queen City News. For now, reporting live from the Government Center, Will Lewis, Queen City News.